is Cooking Simplified with JJ Evans, and tonight I'll be doing pasta pomodoro. And I already have some fresh rigatoni that I've already boiled and it's ready to go. And the rigatoni I got at Walmart, and this was 88 cents. But this dish, it's quite easy, it's quick, it's good for in the summertime because you don't have to have a meat with it. Or if you want to, you can do some ground chicken or some ground turkey, or you can actually do some broiled chicken breast and just slice it and put it over top of the pasta. But pasta pomodoro involves a lot of vegetables. So as you can see here, I've taken 4 Roma tomatoes and pulsed them in my food processor with 2 medium onions. And this will be going into the vegetable portion of the pasta. And then over here, I just have 1 big bag of spinach, and I've already pre-rinsed it, and I'm gonna pull that in just a second. So if you'll come to the stove here, I have 2 jars of marinara sauce. And the 2 jars of marinara sauce are, of course, they're ragu, and ragu was, I think, $1.25 a piece at Walmart. And then in here, I have 2 medium zucchinis, and zucchinis, of course, they're pretty cheap right now. I think I spent $1.50 for the 2 zucchinis from Walmart. So this is our sauce. As you can see, our pasta is already over here in the container, so that's perfectly fine to sit that on the side because everything will be made separately. So our sauce will be in another separate container in just a little bit, and then all of our vegetables, we're just gonna cook them down. So I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit of salt and pepper to the zucchini because you just wanna add layers and layers of seasoning as you go. So 1 heaping tablespoon of just salt, whichever kind you desire. Just 1 big tablespoon of pepper. And I'm gonna let that continue to cook down. And then as far as our sauce, there's no seasoning in it right now. Sauce itself, I believe it needs seasoning. Like ragu, prego, or whatever brand that you use, or if you make your sauce from scratch, you still need to season as you go. I feel like it tastes so much better. So we're just gonna do 1 big tablespoon of pepper. Then I'm going to come over here and add in my garlic powder. So just 1 big tablespoon of garlic powder. And then of course, I have Lowry's like I normally do in the convenient size. And I'm going to do 1 big tablespoon. We want to make sure we season our sauce really well. We have our oregano, just a teaspoon. We have our Italian seasoning. We're going to do 1 teaspoon of Italian seasoning as well. We have our onion powder. So we're doing a teaspoon of onion powder. We have, we have our ground red pepper. And we're just going to do, I'm going to do 1 teaspoon. If you want to do more, then you have the option of doing that. It's just however much spice you want to add to your sauce. If you like it spicy, then make it spicy. Crushed red pepper, I'm just going to do a couple of dashes. Okay, basil, 1 teaspoon. I always like to add a little bit of fennel seeds in my sauce, or anytime I'm doing lasagna or anything like that. Anything in the pasta family, I normally will add a few little dashes of fennel seed. So just 1, 2, 3, 4. And that should be good. And as you can see, we have our fancy Parmesan cheese to top this dish off with as well. This was, I believe, $1.57 at Walmart. It looks all fancy and pretty because as you can see, it's still got the coarse choppedness of the Parmesan cheese. And we're just gonna use that to top the pasta with at the end. So I'm just gonna give our sauce a quick stir. Pop the lid on here. I'm going to turn the heat up just a little bit, and you're going to bring the camera just a little bit closer. We're going to check on our zucchini and see how it's cooking. And the reason I did the zucchini first is because zucchini takes a little bit longer to cook down. It's almost like when you're doing big like onions and you don't have them cut all the way down, they're not fully diced. You want to give it maybe about 5 to 6 minutes to really cook down. It's the same as zucchini. Anything that's a more coarse vegetable, you want to give it more time. So these I've already started pre-cooking down. I'm gonna go ahead and add in the tomatoes, and I'm gonna add in our onion and just let that continue to cook down. And again, I'm gonna salt and pepper this because this is another layer that we're adding. So again, this is 4 Roma tomatoes and 2 medium onions, and then we just pulsed 4 or 5 times in my food processor, and we're good to go. We're just gonna go ahead and add this in. Like I said, this is a great dish if you're vegetarian, you're vegan, because if you wanted to, you could always do an organic pasta sauce, or you can make your sauce from scratch in your food processor, and it's mostly vegetables. There's no meat to this dish unless you just desire to have the meat. You can do turkey sausage, regular sausage over into the pasta, or you can do, like I said earlier, broiled chicken, ground turkey, ground chicken, or you can just, do an assortment of meats. It's whatever you desire to have in your pasta, but this is just what I'm gonna do tonight, because at least once or twice a week I try and go meatless just to cleanse. So we're gonna do 1 big tablespoon over top of our onions and tomatoes, because it's good to season as you go. I'm just going to turn this up just a little bit. And then give this a quick little stir. I'm going to pop the lid on this and let this continue to cook down. I want to say about another 5 to 6 minutes. And while that's doing that, I'm going to go ahead and take our pre-washed spinach out of my colander and just add it to the bowl where I had the onions and the tomatoes. That way when I take it to the stove, I'm not dripping water everywhere. Okay, I'm just going to come over here with my spinach. And for right now, I'm just going to have my husband hit the pause button, because again, this is camera magic. We're not going to sit here and have you waste the full time and just, okay, let me sit here on pause, for 5 to 6 minutes while this cooks down. When I come back, I'm going to go ahead and add the spinach in, cook this down. I'm going to go ahead and plate it for you guys. So we're just going to go ahead and pause right here. Oh, okay. Hello again, we're back. This is Cooking Simplified with JJ Evans, and we're doing our pasta pomodoro. Right now, I went ahead and I added our spinach to the pot, and it's just cooking down. I'm just going to give it a quick stir so that it can continue to wilt down. If you'll bring the camera just a little bit closer so they can see into the pot. Like, it almost looks like salsa down here, because when I pulsated the onions and the tomatoes, it almost looked like a salsa, but it's not a salsa. This is going over top of our pasta, and it's more like a summery pasta. So as this continues to wilt down as I stir, I'm going to add in the rest of our seasonings. Because this is coming together very, very quickly. It takes no time to wilt down spinach. But I didn't want to have you guys waiting and be like, oh, hey, I've just got you waiting. And to be honest, anytime you're doing a culinary video, people want to see the finished product as quickly as possible, whether they be a beginner in the kitchen, intermediate, or they're just a full-on chef. So we're going to come back over here and just add a light dusting of salt. So I want to say just a teaspoon, a little bit of our Lowry, so 1 teaspoon. Because like I said, we're seasoning as we go so that we add the maximum amount of flavor. We're adding 1 big tablespoon of garlic powder. We're adding a tablespoon of pepper. I'm gonna add in a little bit of crushed red pepper because I'm being a little naughty. I'm gonna add in a little bit of my onion powder, just 1 teaspoon. And I think that's about all as far as I'm gonna add to the veggies. Okay, those are done. We're just gonna give this a quick stir. And now I'm going to show you how we plate this. So our pasta noodles are already done. They're at room temperature right now, so I don't need to warm them in the microwave. And besides, the sauce will beat them again once I plate this. Okay, so we're just going to come over here and grab our veggies, and I have a spoon so I can drain off any additional juices. It really doesn't matter because the juice is where all the nutrients is in these vegetables. So you can add as many veggies as you would like over top of your pasta, and then we're just gonna come over here and we're gonna grab some sauce. Our sauce, as you can see, it's ready to go. You can add as much sauce as you like. I'm just gonna drizzle it over the top. And then I'm gonna go ahead and add our fancy Parmesan cheese over to the top of our pasta Pomodoro. So this again is our coarse Parmesan cheese. It's not finely grated like you would find by Kraft or by other brands at the store, so this is a lot prettier. Anytime you're gonna plate a dish, this is the fancier cheese that you would go for, but it was on sale. So again, this is our pasta Pomodoro. I hope you enjoyed this recipe, and then please subscribe on YouTube to Cooking Simplified with JJ Evans, and have a blessed evening.